What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. Some days I am more struggle than flow. I'm not in the best of mental states this week, and I didn't think it would be a good episode if I just came on here and cried the whole time. So I'm going to try and make something of the state that I'm in. Usually when I'm in this mode, I try to remember and remind myself of my duties and the great examples of men that do not have the luxury to sit around and sit still on a bad day. Especially as men, we aren't allowed to struggle and fail in our corner of the world because people depend on us. And this is not to make this about gender. I see my mother disregard her health and her feelings to perform her duties more than I've witnessed any other human do. But at least in the traditional sense, in the way that I think the world should be like, and should is a moral statement, a man, if he is playing his part based on his intended design, the man is stepping up to the role of the provider. And when it is your job to do that, you do not get to wallow in your misery longer than is necessary. You must return to what is required of you, or you lose self-respect. You lose respect for yourself. It doesn't matter how you show up in that role, because you yourself won't be able to look at yourself. If everyone's depending on me and I just stop, then what the fuck happens? I really don't know. I really don't know if I have anything of use to say today, other than just play my part in the very example of showing up anyway, regardless of having seemingly every reason not to. Because when I'm like this, I don't even talk to people in my life. My strategy of dealing with misery is usually to cling to my misery and isolate myself even more. When I need people, I isolate myself even more. So I thought multiple times before coming here today and recording this, because the last thing I want to do is infect people with my negative energy, especially people I love. But I also couldn't make this about something else because it would be disingenuous. I don't have it in me today to show myself as a good example of something else when I'm not in touch with it, when I don't feel like I am in touch with that better part of me. But I still wanted to make something out of nothing, or at least just show up. Sometimes that's all we can do, is to use this dark energy and channel it into something that is not completely destructive. I think it would be worse if I didn't channel it into anything at all, if I let it hold me back. Because my capacity for destruction is limitless. I am a bottomless pit of ugly, a vast ocean of misery that tempts to drown me. And it is in these moments that what we do matters most. Everybody comes to a point in their life when they just want to quit, want to give up, want to throw in the towel, want to cling to their misery. But it is what you do in that moment that determines who you are. And in these moments, even though I cannot claim it is who I am right now, I am anchored to who it is that I want to be, who it is that I want to show up as. We are what we show up as when things don't go the way we expect them to. Because it's easy to show up when it's sunshine and rainbows. Who you show up as when it's the hardest is what sets the example for everyone around you. No matter the circumstance that my life throws at me, I always have a vision for who I want to be. And it is in line with that vision that I try to behave. No matter how much resistance my current state offers me, it is in line with that vision that I try to adhere to. That is what I'm doing here. Because in a month, I will not intimately remember this state. But if I quit, if I give up, if I slack, I make this lapse, this temporary feeling, I make it a permanent mark in my momentum. So as a reminder to me, as a kudos to myself for showing up, And as an example and a reminder to you, if you are still listening, when life throws you bad days, don't let the passing moments affect your momentum. Because every nudge, even this small 5-minute nudge, this effort that I put in, every nudge in each direction makes a huge difference down the road. So here's my vote to who I want to be and show up as, no matter how far I feel from him today in this moment. Because sometimes you got to look at adversity in the face, put that weight on your back, and grin and bear it, and keep moving forward. You can always lose your shit tomorrow. Today is no day to fall apart. I love you, family. I hope to see you on the next show. I love you always. Stay true.